In this session, we're going to continue with stock, deliveries and collection. Now, I've shown you how to process an invoice, and then once the invoice is processed, it will display here. But when we set up the status types under module parameters, we could specify, and under company details, that you want invoices, credit notes, sales orders, and or quotes. But let me take you to a sales order and show you what happens. Say processing and sales orders. I've got a sales order here that I've already created, so I'm just going to edit this sales order to show you. Remember, the sales order options have already been explained, or if you haven't listened to it, please refer back to the sales order sessions under processing. What I've done here was I selected two types of items. And you'll see I've got the status. I can change the status of an item while you're busy with the sales order. The default, we specified a store, but I'm going to change the one to yard. So now I've got one status store and one status yard. Why is there only two options? Because when we created the status types under module parameters, we specified that when you deal with a sales order, you don't need the delivery option, you don't need the collect by client. You can change that once you do the invoice. I'm going to say accept, and I'm going to process. But if I take you back to deliveries and collections, you'll see the sales order information does not appear here. Only the status selection will appear on the sales order. Once you invoice the sales order, the information will appear. Let me show you. I'm going to select my sales order, processing an invoice, and now I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to say process and display. The reason why the picker appears is because I've got my picking slip option on. So this is just the person who's actually gone to take the items off the shelf. This is the normal preview for invoicing. As soon as I close that, I will have a printout for the store and a printout for the yard. Close that as well. And if I then go to stock, delivery and collections, you'll have the two options here. And that concludes looking at how to process the status types from a sales order to an invoice.